Imagine the Mona Lisa not just smiling enigmatically, but maybe blinking, or even seeing her being painted live in a busy studio, or maybe taking your own pet, your dog or cat, and turning them into an action hero, skydiving, all from just one photo.
Sounds like pure science fiction, doesn't it? But, well, with a new set of tools, especially around Google's Nano Banana, this isn't just a concept. It's actually becoming real for creators.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something significant. Google's Nano Banana. Now, this is an AI tool, started out making waves with images, sure. But its real power, the thing that's got people talking, emerges when you combine it with advanced AI video tools.
Yeah, you might be thinking, okay, AI images, I get that. But when you pair Nano Banana with these really powerful next-gen AI video platforms, it just unlocks a whole different level. Creative superpowers for movement, for story.
So, our mission today is to explore that impact. We're going to look at, I think, over 10 pretty mind-blowing video examples, animating art, creating characters that stay consistent, that kind of thing. Then we'll break down the toolkit you'd actually need to try this. And finally, maybe reflect a bit on what this means for, the future of making stuff online.
Right. Get ready to maybe question what you thought AI video could do. Let's dive in.
Okay, let's unpack this first. Nano Banana. It initially got attention for its image editing, its generation capabilities, pretty precise stuff. But the real potential, what we're calling the game changer, happens when it works with these newer AI video platforms.
It's such a leap, honestly. It kind of makes you want to just toss out your old content creation process and start fresh. It feels that powerful.
So what's the big shift here? What does this combination fundamentally introduce?
I'd say it's about control.
Huh.
Unprecedented control, really, and just way more creative freedom when you're working with video.
Right. And that control opens up some really interesting doors. Let's start with something the community's been calling the Renaissance remix. The technique itself is actually pretty intuitive. You start with a famous painting, let's stick with the Mona Lisa. You use a zoom out prompt in Nano Banana.
Yeah, and it generates the world around the painting, seamlessly extending it. Like you could see Da Vinci's studio, maybe the real person posing.
Yeah.
And the clever part is how it uses things like in-painting and out-painting, these techniques to blend the new stuff perfectly with the original art. No weird edges.
Then you take the original painting, that's your start frame, and this new wider scene that the AI made, that's your end frame. You feed both into an AI video tool, something like Kling AI, which is known for, high-quality short videos, and it animates this incredibly smooth transition between the two. The result, it feels dynamic, almost like you're watching a little film clip from history.
And then there's the meme-to-movie magic. This one's fun. You take a static meme, okay, like the classic distracted boyfriend picture, everyone knows that one, and you use the AI to generate the before scene, maybe them rocking happily, and the after scene, her reaction. You build out the whole little story.
You could even get creative, add little details like, I don't know, competing brand logos on their shirts or something. It's just subtle stuff to enhance the narrative. It's really about taking that single static visual and breathing a whole story arc into it.
So these two techniques, Renaissance remix and meme to movie, what kind of stories are they best suited for?
Well, they really excel at taking one single image and turning it into a dynamic, multi-part narrative. Yeah, a short story from a snapshot.
Okay, building on that.
Yeah.
Next is the pet adventure extravaganza. This is just pure, uncut fun, honestly. You upload maybe a few photos of your pet, just for reference. Then you get creative with prompts. Put them in crazy scenarios. Your dog skydiving, your cat filming sharks underwater, maybe your hamster volcano boarding. Why not?
And the amazing part, really, is the consistency. The AI keeps your pet looking like your pet with all their unique features across all these completely different, wild scenes. Which brings us nicely to what a lot of people are calling the holy grail of AI video, consistent character creation.
That's the big one.
Right.
Because for ages, right, AI characters would kind of drift. Their appearance would change slightly from shot to shot, which was really jarring. Nano Banana seems to have cracked that.
Yeah, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. 2-sec silence. For anyone listening, prompt drift is basically when your AI character starts looking different over time, losing that original look you wanted. It breaks the illusion. So this consistency is, well, it's huge. The technique usually involves starting with just one image of your character. Then you generate different angles, maybe different emotions, close-ups, and the AI, probably using some advanced stuff like latent space controls or character embeddings, keeps that core identity intact.
It's a total game changer for creators. It means you can finally tell longer stories, cohesive stories, with characters that look the same throughout. No more weird, sudden changes.
Right. So how does this consistency, this specific feature, fundamentally change AI storytelling?
It just enables immersive, uninterrupted stories.
Yeah.
It finally solves one of the biggest headaches in AI video.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly to more professional uses. There's product placement precision.
Huh.
This is about creating really professional-looking product ads, but without needing expensive real-world photo shoots. You can use Nano Banana to generate your product convincingly in dozens of different scenes, different contexts.
Yeah, I saw a case study. Creative Studio did this for a big beer brand. They got like perfect product consistency across all these dynamic shots. The final ad looked like it cost a fortune to make on location.
Then you have time-lapse transformations. This stuff feels genuinely like magic sometimes. You just create a clear start frame image and a clear end frame image. Then you let an AI video tool basically fill in the blanks, animating that transition.
And you can do so much with it. A night sky with the Milky Way turning into the same landscape at dawn, or seasons changing, summer to winter, even like character aging, showing someone getting older over time. Pro tip here. Having strong compositional similarity, keeping the main elements in roughly the same place in the start and end frames, really helps the AI make that transition smooth and believable.
And for something maybe a bit spooky or just really cool, character transformation sequences.
Uh-huh.
This involves combining Nano Banana with another tool. So you use Nano Banana first to create the detailed after image, let's say a photorealistic vampire.
Okay, you got the vampire image, then what?
Then you use a tool like Runway's Act 2 to basically map your own performance onto that AI vampire. You record yourself talking, moving your hands, whatever, and the AI transfers your lip movements, your gestures, onto the vampire character.
Whoa, so the vampire isn't just a picture, it's moving and talking exactly like you did in your video.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It brings the AI creation to life with your performance. It's stunning, really.
Okay, so we've talked about animating paintings, memes, consistent characters, products, time lapses, transformations. With all these different techniques, what's the common element leading to such high-quality results?
I'd say it's precise control over the details, combine it with those smooth, intelligent transitions that AI video tools can now generate between keyframes.
Now let's talk about bringing this into the real world, like Hollywood-level effects. Real footage integration. This is basically next-level compositing. The technique starts by getting a clean frame and empty background plate from your actual video footage. Then you use Nano Banana to generate your AI element. Maybe it's a monster, maybe something else. But you make sure it matches the lighting and perspective of your real scene perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Then you'd use something like Runway's background removal tool, which is super easy now to cut out your real actors or subjects from other parts of the footage. And finally, you layer everything together in a standard video editor, Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, whatever. Add some good sound design.
And boom, you've got an AI-generated monster smashing through a real window in your footage, interacting believably with the environment. Whoa.
Yeah.
Seriously, imagine making entire creature features basically on a laptop. That's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is, and this connects directly to green screen wizardry. Tools like Runway's green screen removal have just democratized this whole process. What used to need a proper studio setup, now you upload video, click the subject, boom, clean green screen export. It's that simple.
So you combine that ease of background removal with Nano Banana's consistent characters.
Yeah.
And you basically have a full VFX pipeline right there on your computer. You can put your consistent AI characters into any background, real or generated. The possibilities are just huge.
And it's not just for, movies or fiction. The motion graphics revolution is happening too. Think about animated diagrams for education, or map animations where the style stays perfectly consistent, or components for explainer videos. Nano Banana's ability to keep visuals perfectly consistent and controlled is ideal for that kind of technical or educational content where clarity is key.
Absolutely. Perfect for anything needing that visual clarity and brand consistency across multiple shots or animations.
So these techniques, compositing, green screen, motion graphics, they used to require massive teams, specialized gear. How do they really empower a solo creator now?
They literally put what feels like a full visual effects studio pipeline directly into one person's hands on their laptop.
Which brings us to the community, because the most exciting part of any new tech like this is seeing what people actually do with it.
Right.
And they're already pushing the limits.
Oh, yeah. We're seeing these incredible stylized transformation sequences, like someone's hair morphing smoothly into like a cloud of hairspray. It sounds weird, but it looks amazing. People are putting classic video game characters into photorealistic, real-world scenes.
I've seen examples of really complex action scenes, multiple characters, each one keeping their unique look throughout the whole sequence. That was almost impossible just a short while ago.
And some really mind-bending stuff, like augmented reality style effects where it's hard to tell what's real and what's digital anymore. It just feels like we're really only scratching the surface here.
Looking at all these uses, from art to memes to monsters to motion graphics, what's the core lesson here about creativity in this new AI era?
I think it's that the tools are just tearing down barriers. Ideas that seemed impossible, too expensive, too complex. They're suddenly becoming achievable for almost anyone. Mid-roll sponsor read. Okay, let's talk practicalities. The professional playbook. What's the actual magic toolkit you need? Well, for Nano Banana itself, you've got options. Gemini is free, but it puts a watermark on images. Google AI Studio is also free, no watermark there. And for pros who want deep integration, there's a direct API too.
Right. And then you need the video generation part to actually animate these images. Runway's a left platform is a really strong professional grade choice. But there are other tools out there too, community favorites that might be great for specific effects, or particularly good at that smooth start and end frame animation we talked about. This whole combination, the image tool plus the video tool, it really represents this profound democratization of Hollywood-level effects, stuff that needed huge budgets, big teams, expensive gear. Now it's becoming doable by a single creator and individual with these accessible AI tools.
Totally. It empowers, regular content creators with things like unlimited character consistency, which is huge. It gives marketers the power to create amazing product placements without needing a single physical photo shoot. That saves so much time and money. And for storytellers, just offers this incredible new creative freedom where your budget isn't the main thing holding back your imagination anymore.
So how does this democratization, this wider access, impact the competitive landscape for creators?
Well, it definitely levels the playing field. High-quality production values are suddenly within reach for a much larger group of people. So, if you're listening and thinking, okay, I want to try this, what's your beginner's training montage? Where do you start? My advice. Start simple, really simple. Try bringing a famous painting to life first. Or test out basic character consistency with just one character and a couple of simple scenes. Experiment with that start frame, end frame animation technique. Pretty intuitive. And please, please add good sound design. It makes such a huge difference to the final result. Makes it feel polished.
Yeah, sound is crucial. So the essential tool stack boils down to Nano Banana, either through Gemini or AI Studio, an AI video generation platform like Runway maybe, a good video editor, something like Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve for putting it all together, and yeah, a decent sound library, Storyblocks, Pixabay. There are lots of options to add that final layer of polish.
So the final word here, I think we're just in the most exciting and maybe the most chaotic period for content creation, like ever. The barriers between just imagining something cool and actually making it, they're just evaporating, vanishing.
And the people who jump in now, who embrace these tools, who aren't afraid to experiment, maybe fail a bit, learn, and share what they discover, they're really the ones who are going to define what the creative landscape looks like tomorrow.
Absolutely. So thinking about all that, what's the single most important first step for someone listening who wants to get started right now?
Honestly, just pick one simple idea, something you're genuinely curious about, and just try to make it happen with the tools we've discussed. Don't get bogged down in trying to make the perfect masterpiece first time. Just start creating. Learn by doing. What really stands out to me, wrapping this up, is that Nano Banana, especially when you pair it with these powerful AI video tools, it's not just a small step forward. It's not just an incremental improvement.
No, it's a complete transformation. It genuinely puts visual effects that were impossible, or at least Hollywood budget expensive, into the hands of basically any creator who has an idea.
It's really about unlocking new ways to tell stories, new creative freedoms, making the whole process more accessible, more dynamic, and letting imagination run a little wilder than maybe it could before.
So what are you waiting for? You know that one video idea, that mind-blowing concept you've had kicking around for years, but you always thought, nah, that's too expensive or that's just impossible to actually make.
Well, maybe it's time. The tools are here now. Your imagination, that's really the only limit left.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into what feels like a whole new creative reality.
We certainly found this fascinating, and we hope you found it insightful, maybe even a little inspiring. Until next time, outro music.